doing? How are you?
Well, I'm, amateur cinematographer.
Oh, I like it. It's perfect. I'd rather be this than like just looking into that. That's always the most uncomfortable thing for me. But this, I'm like, oh, I see what it is.
Yeah, right.
But talk to you. Don't look in there.
Oh, that's
No,
just
you'd
talk.
like me to talk to you. Yeah, that's
right.
fine.
That's
Great.
right. Anyways, hey, congratulations
Thank
for
you very
tonight.
much.
What does getting the Variety Artisan Award mean to you tonight?
It's just cool, the fact that they sort of isolate the craftspeople, right? Which is one of the, I'm part of the crafts. I'm part of like all the people that really sort of day to day make the films below the line. I think is really cool that Variety does that. Obviously, they're the industry standard, and to get recognized by the magazine and the sort of like the paper, for lack of the paper of record that I've known about since I was a kid, long before I was in movies, is always exciting, and to sort of for them to sort of recognize a little bit of the work of the year, and I'm very excited about that.
Now, you worked on The Joker,
Yes.
Obviously becoming Best Picture, and that's because the images that you created in that photo is so memorable, ingrained into people's heads.
I appreciate that.
Talk about the approach that. How did you do that magic?
It's like the process of making any movie is a series of small things, right? You make them day by day, one shot at a time. But I do know that between Todd and I, we really wanted it to be the best work we'd ever done. We sort of aspire every movie we do, and we always truly are trying to make it better than anything we've ever done before. But in this case, I think we knew that the stakes were quite high, that the movie was going to have a lot of bright lights shined on it, and we were willing to take a really big swing, even if we failed, rather than just trying to play something and do it conservatively. So I'm glad that we were able to make a movie that felt singular and felt like we were able to make these enduring frames that you described, and thank you for that. And make something that feels original, and so I always feel like movies and cinematography, because it's hard, is actually still photography, that if you can create frames that endure, that's always something special. So yeah, we definitely, and because there's a bit of a comic book element to it, comic books are frames, right?
Yeah.
That's that, and so I think that's part of us sort of maybe playing into a little bit of the comic book lore, yeah.
And did Todd change, because you work with Todd so much?
Yeah, six times.
Did his direction change a lot?
Not at all. And even the style and the way in which he's been as a filmmaker has been the same since our first film together on Hangover and this. I've always thought he's a phenomenal director, and sometimes we look at comedies and we think that they're somehow lesser than maybe some Academy Award nominated movie. But I saw in Todd instantly, this guy's a real filmmaker, and I always believed that. And his style hasn't changed. He's amazing with actors, and I think that's his most special quality, amongst others. But when I saw the connection that him and Joaquin had really early on, like day 2, day 3 of the shoot, I realized this movie's going to be really special because Joaquin really trusts him.
Excellent. And before I let you go,
yeah,
did you try to imitate the walk down the stairs?
Did I ever do that? It's funny, when we were shooting it and stuff, I never did. It's funny. Like, I never tried to do that dance or something. I was just trying to make sure we shot everything we needed to on that day because the sun was going down. But no, I didn't. Maybe when I go back, I'll go to a Yankee game, go to the stairs and try to do it. It's really hard. I'm not as good a dancer as Joaquin. Yeah.
Excellent. Hey, thank you very much.
Excellent. Nice meeting you.
Appreciate it.
Cash money to see you do that.
Yeah.